Good morning, everybody. Today is Saturday, August 31st, and that means today is the last day of the month. So shortly I'll tell you if I hit my weight loss goal or not, which you probably can already tell because it's in the title of this video. So last week when we did this video, I was 292.1, I believe, somewhere around there. And that meant that I had to lose 2 pounds and some change in order to hit my weight loss goal of being below 290 pounds by the end of the month. In order to do that this past week, I put in a lot of work and effort in order to try to hit that weight loss goal. So in the last vlog, you probably saw me and Becca went for a hike up Stone Mountain. And the day after recording that video on Sunday, Becca and I met up again in order to go for another hike, this time up in North Georgia at Amicalola Falls. So here's some video of that. Good morning, everybody. Today is Sunday, August 25th. Becca is still in town, so we decided to continue our hiking practice, and we're going to be hiking up a trail here in Amicalola Falls in the Amicalola State Park. It's about a mile up and then a mile back down. It's a bunch of stairs, and apparently the last 400 or so stairs are extremely strenuous, so we'll see how that goes. This is going to be very reminiscent of when we were in Korea a couple years ago and we had to book it up a mountain. A tour guide took us to a mountain. He's like, oh, you can make it up and down in an hour. And we were like racing to try to hit that time limit. But this time we'll get to take it at a nice, easy pace, so it should be a lot more enjoyable and relaxing. And then while we're here, we're gonna check out the waterfall. It's the tallest waterfall here in Georgia, so we'll probably get some pictures and videos there. And then we'll see you guys at the top. All right, everybody, so we made it here to the top of the waterfall. It was a lot of stairs. Bowie and Flora actually told me that this wasn't a very difficult hike, and they lied to us.
It wasn't that bad. It wasn't as bad as when we did in Korea when we came down in our legs, we stopped. So
Yeah.
I think controllably safe.
That's true, and I think it's because of the time crunch we were on for that one. We felt like we had to rush, so we didn't leave the taxi cab driver. With this one, they had little benches at like the different stairs. There were little benches to sit on and rest, so that was definitely nice. But I'm exhausted, but we're only halfway done technically because we now have to walk back down. But the views up here are very nice. They're quite beautiful, and seeing the waterfall from the observation deck down towards the bottom of the waterfall was really nice as well. And I hope I got some pretty good pictures of the waterfall there. And on a slightly more eventful note as well, we totally watched some person with a drone try to get some footage of the waterfall, and their drone totally got annihilated and went down the waterfall. So that's one of the reasons why I don't have a drone, because I can guarantee you I would do the same thing. So are you ready to walk down? All right, we'll see you guys at the bottom. So that hike was a lot of fun as well. It had a lot of stairs, so I burned off a lot of energy. Along with that hike, I did do at least one type of physical activity a day. For the rest of the week, I just would go out for walks with the puppies. I did a couple of site visits as well this past week, which had a lot of walking around the facility that I was working at, so I got in some exercise that way as well. And then I also made sure to really focus on my diet in order to try to hit my weight loss goals. So one example of this is that on Wednesday night, my parents took me and Lisa out for dinner in order to celebrate my birthday a little bit late. And then also we were celebrating my dad's birthday and my parents' anniversary, all of which were in the span of a couple of days. So we went to a really nice steakhouse nearby, And rather than completely demolishing my steak and all of my food, I actually made sure to set aside half of it in order to sort of limit myself. I was like, I'm not gonna eat all of this food. And that actually worked out because I had a really delicious lunch the next day as well. So I did a pretty good job, I think, of controlling my food. And so without further ado, drum roll please. We are 289.9 pounds. I'm not even joking about that. Here's a picture of the scale from this morning. So I did hit my weight loss goal. I actually had been weighing myself over the course of the week, and I actually hit it probably around Wednesday or Thursday anyway, but I did a pretty good job in order to maintain that weight loss and held it off to the end of the week, which we've arrived at now. So I'm really happy to say that I did meet my weight loss goal for the month. Look at this. Oh, this baby. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Look at her little tail waggies. She loves me. She always follows me. Oh my goodness. You don't have to walk anymore. I stay here. I'll stay here. Good favor. All right. So with all that being said, now we're getting into the month of September. So I'm going to try to use this episode to talk about what my goals are for this month rather than only what I'm going to be doing over the course of this next week. So I'm setting myself a loftier goal than this past month, and I'm going to shoot to try to lose 10 pounds. So I should be in the 270s by the end of the month is what I'm hoping for. In order to meet that goal, I'm going to have to push myself even harder in order to make sure that I do a little more exercise and eat a little bit less than I had this past month in order to try to lose even more weight. Now on the 27th of this month, Becca and I are going to be flying out west in order to go to various national parks in Utah and in Arizona. And we're going to be doing a lot of hiking there, so that'll be good strenuous physical activity over the course of about a week or so towards the end of the month and into early October. But up until then, I'm going to basically try to limit myself to eating about half of what I would normally in order to make sure, basically, my goal is to, once I hit the point where I'm feeling full, just completely stop eating. I actually did that over the course of this past week as well, and I think that's what really helped me lose that 2 pounds over the course of this past week. So I do want to make sure to keep up with that. And also, I'm still going to do one type of physical activity a day, but I'm thinking of trying to do something where twice a week or so, I'm going to do a little bit more strenuous physical activity. And that could be something like incorporate jogging into my walking on a routine basis. So when Lisa and I first signed up for our first 5K, what we would do is we would basically walk for a couple minutes and then run for a minute and then walk for a couple minutes, run for a minute. Do something like that where I incorporate a little more strenuous activity into that normal walk. I'm also thinking at some point this month, I'm going to probably sign up for a gym in order to have another place where I can work out routinely and do a little more weightlifting in order to build muscle along with weight loss. So I'll probably try to do that sometime this month as well. Otherwise, if I don't do it this month, then I'll definitely be signing up for one next month after Beck and I get back from our trip. All right, so that's all I have for this episode. So it's Labor Day weekend now, which means Dragon Con is in town here in Atlanta. I'm going to be going to that today and tomorrow. I meant to go yesterday, but I had to do some stuff to help Lisa out around the house, so I decided to stay home yesterday. But all day today and tomorrow, I'll be downtown in Atlanta in order to attend Dragon Con. I got my costume on right now as a successful Twitch streamer TQM. So I'm going to be doing that, which honestly is pretty good because there's a lot of walking to be done downtown in Dragon Con. So I'll be getting a little bit of exercise down there. I'll also have to make sure that I don't eat a lot when I'm downtown as well. So it'll be a good chance to make sure that I am keeping up with my weight loss goals. And then after that, we're going to get into another week. So we'll catch you guys next week with the next episode of TQM Trims. Thank you everybody for all the support I've been getting. I really appreciate it. And until next time, cheers.